celebrations in other world capitals. But in most major Chinese cities, it was low-key. Chinese nationals in Johannesburg seem far removed from the tragedy unfolding back home. In the days to come, the color red will be a prominent feature, considered to be lucky. But a dark cloud hangs over the start of the Year of the Rat.
In China, they do not have huge celebrations. It's because it is not very safe, but in the south, it is fine. We will have our February the 1st celebrations. I'm concerned about my family, but it's not very serious.
It seems like people. In South Africa, it seems like people. We also have the lantern and the festival celebration is the 1st of February.
Earlier this week, the National Institute for Communicable Diseases said an emergency operations center was on alert mode and could be activated at any time.
South Africa is prepared to detect new cases. So we've already put measures in place to identify and to respond in case we do have a case. I mean, what you're saying, especially to South Africans, especially if they're going to travel, then just to be aware when they go to areas where it's known to have been cases. For example, I'll use an example in this case as in China, especially when in China in Wuhan, that people avoid contact with sick people, and also just to practice respiratory etiquettes, that when they're coughing, they cover the coughs and things like that.
The Health Ministry also allayed fears, saying measures were in place to detect, manage and contain any cases should they come to South Africa. On Saturday, International Relations warned South Africans travelling to China and other Asian countries to be on the lookout for possible travel restrictions related to the coronavirus. Gillian Pillay, SABC News, Johannesburg.